So, chapter number 1, Fundamentals of Business Studies. So, in this, first I would like to tell you what do we mean by activities. What do we mean by activity? Anything which is done is known as an activity, right? Now, the activities which is being done by the human beings like you and me are known as human activities. Now, uh, activities means work performed or done as it is a part of human life. As you know, if we will not work, how do we eat? How we will live? So for living a good life, for our basic necessities, we need to perform an activity. Okay, because we have many needs and many wants which we have to satisfy, and it can only be satisfied when we will work, where we will perform an activity. So the activities which are performed by the humans are known as human activities. Now, there are two types of activities: economic activities and non economic activities. Economic means it is related to money. The activities which are done for earning a living, okay, is known as economic activities. Example: doctor attending his patients, worker working in a factory, teacher teaching the students. Now, what do we mean by non-economic activities? The activities which are done just to satisfy our social or emotional needs, which we do from out of a love, from a sympathy, is known as non-economic activities. These activities are not performed to earn a money. Example: doctor attending his son, housewife cooking for family, a teacher teaching his own daughter. Now, if a teacher is teaching to the students, okay, so she is earning a living over there. I am going to the school for earning a living. So that's an economic activity for me. But if I am teaching my own son, then it is a non-economic activity for me because I am not getting any money for teaching my son. Now, let us take an example of a doctor. As you can see, the same activity, there can be a one question that how can be the same activity can be a economic activity as well as a non-economic activity. So the answer is a doctor attending to a patient at his clinic is an economic activity because he is charging fees for that. However, if he is treating his own son at home, then it is a non-economic activity. So one activity can either be economic or non-economic. Let's move further. Now, the difference between economic and non-economic activities. Basis में, what is the objective of economic activity? The prime objective of economic activity is to earn money, and the objective of non-economic activity is to get some sort of satisfaction. Now, what is the money measurement? Economic activities can be measured by money, and non-economic activities cannot be measured in money. Expectation. The expectation of performing economic activities is to earn income or profit. Whenever we work, we do it for some income, for some salary, or for some profit. And in non-economic activities, the expectation of performing non-economic activity is to get just a mental satisfaction and not money. Now, what will be the end result? End result of economic activities will be the production of goods and services. If we work in the economic, if we will do the economic activity, there will be production of goods and services. And in non-economic activity, the end result of these activities is mental satisfaction of a person performing them. Now, example: in economic activity, teacher teaching his in school, doctor attending his patients, etc. And non-economic activities, teacher teaching his own son, or doctor treats like the earthquake victims for free. So the difference I think is clear to all of you, economic and non-economic activities. Now the types of economic activities. In economic activities, I again telling you that economic activities are those which we do for earning a living. So there are three types of economic activities. First is business, profession, second one, and third one is employment. Some of your fathers or your grandfathers must be having a business. So some people have their own business to earn a living. In there they can produce goods and services, or they can buy or sell for goods and services for earning a profit. And yeah, some of your parents may be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, anything, any profession they can have. So in that they are charging fees for it. Then employment. Employment is when you work for some person for in contract for money. So now let's do it one by one. First we'll do it. First we will be doing business. What do we mean by business? Now, business means being busy. Business means being busy when you are busy in doing something. So, business refers to an occupation in which people regularly engage in activities related to purchase, production, and or sale of goods and services with a view to earning profit. Now, a business can be anything where you can produce goods and services on your own and then sell it, or you can purchase it from some other person and then sell it to the consumers, but in both the cases you are doing it for earning a profit. Now characteristics, what are the characteristics or features? First is an economic activity. As we know that business is done for earning a profit, that's why it is known as economic activity. Second is production of or procurement of goods and services. Either you are producing goods or you are purchasing goods from others and services also. So business includes all the activities concerned with the production of procurement of goods and services for sales. Services, what does services include? Services includes transportation, banking, insurance. These all comes under services. Third one is sale or exchange of goods and services. Once you have produced the goods or you have purchased the goods, now the other thing what you will do is you will sell or exchange the goods and services for some money purpose or for some profit. There should be sale or exchange of goods and services between the seller and buyer. If goods are produced not for the purpose of sales, but say for internal consumption, it cannot be called a business activity. Suppose you are producing goods or purchasing goods for your own consumption but not for sale. If you are not selling the goods to others, then it cannot be called an economic activity or a business. It will be only called a business activity when you will produce or purchase goods and services and sell it to some other person for some profit or money. Fourth is dealing in goods and services on a regular basis. What do we mean by this? On a regular basis? On a regular basis means suppose you have a car and you have sell it. Then you are not doing it again and again. You have your own car, right, and you have sell it because you want to buy the another car, but this is not a business activity. It will not constitute a business activity. Why? Because you are doing it for your own. This is not your business. And suppose if you are having a business of old cars of buying and selling, then it can be called a business activity. And suppose I'm clear to everyone, right? Now next is Now the next feature is characteristic is profit earning. What is the purpose of doing business? The purpose of doing business is to earn profit. No business can survive without earning profits. If you are not getting profits, then if you're incurring losses, then your business will get closed soon. So for increasing your business, to expand your business, or to do something else in your business, you have to earn profits. Next is uncertainty of returns. Uncertainty means the thing which can be done. मतलब जो चीज uncertainty means the thing which can be happen at any time, but you don't know about it. Anything can happen in future. So uncertainty of returns. Every business inverts money with the objective of earning profit. Whenever we invest in money in our business, we are doing it for earning profit. But the amount of profit earned may vary also. There is always a possibility of losses. It doesn't mean that you will earn a profit every year. It cannot be so. It can be that you can earn loss also. So there is a possibility of losses also. So future is uncertain. You don't know in which year you will earn more profit or less profit, or you can incur loss also. Last one is element of risk. All business activities carry some elements of risk. What are the risks which can be there in business activity? There can be theft in your business, there can be a fire in your business, anything can happen, earthquake can come, anything can come. So there is an element of risk in each and every business. Now next is, now, classification of business activities. You know, in business there are two types of businesses. First one is industry and second is commerce. Now, what do we mean by industry? It refers to economic activities which are concerned with conversion of resources into useful goods. What do we do in industry? In industry, we bring some raw material, and from that raw material, we create, that is our input, and from that input, we create an output into a useful good. So these includes activities relating to producing or processing of goods, as well as breeding and raising of animals. The term industry is also used to mean group of firms producing similar or related goods. Now we have already done that. We have learned about firms. Firms means organizations. There are many firms which are doing similar, which are producing, or which are purchasing the same goods. So the firms which are producing the similar goods comes under one industry. Suppose there are many firms which are producing steel. So in that comes under steel industries. Then there are some firms which are doing construction business, so they all the firms which are doing construction work, they comes under construction industries. So industries means where the a lot of firms are doing the same work, and they all comes under one industry. Now industries can be classified into three. You must have done it before also: primary industries, secondary industries, and tertiary industries. What do we mean by primary industries? These industries include all those activities which are connected with the extraction and production of natural resources and reproduction and development of living organism and plants, etc. Means in primary industries, primary means pehle. Means in whatever we are doing with extraction, like we are doing crude oil, or we are extracting some stones and something else like this, petrol. So these are all what? Natural resources. When we extract something from naturally, so these are known as extraction of natural resources, and production and development of living organisms, like breeding of animals and plants. Now there are two types of primary industries. First one is extractive industries, where we extract things, and genetic industries means breeding of plants and animals. Second is secondary industries. In the secondary industries, these are concerned with using the materials which are has already been extracted at primary stage. Now, whatever the resources we extract in the primary industries, they are the raw material for the secondary industries. Then from this, they are doing the further processing for the final consumers. So in primary industries, what we do, we extract the things from naturally, and then comes to natural resources, and the other thing we do is the breeding of plants and animals. Now the raw material which is being extracted or genetically produced by from primary industries, that becomes the raw material for the secondary industries which do the further processing for the final consumers. Now last one is the tertiary industries. So there are three parts in manufacturing industries also: analytical, processing, synthetical, and assembling. Construction industries also comes under manufacturing industries. Third one is tertiary industries. Tertiary industries includes all the services like transport, banking, insurance, warehousing, communication, packaging, and advertising.